Way.
Awesome. Well, guys, first of all, sorry for the noise. I'm outside here in Hong Kong. You can see, maybe you can hear the airplane taking off right by Hong Kong Airport. My name is Dino, and thank you for the invite, Peter and Aaron. My name is Dino Stylianopoulos, originally from Athens, Greece. And I'll just share with you a couple of minutes what's happened with USI and why maybe you want to take a serious look into it. I mean, nobody here has to do anything. We're all adults, right? And we're all getting involved or not getting involved by our own choice. I'm originally from Athens, Greece. Always got excited about airplanes, so I've been a pilot for 32 years now. Was in the U.S. Air Force and now fly for Cathay Pacific in Hong Kong. And I quite like that. But I always knew I had no leverage. And what I mean by leverage is my income dependent on my own hands. How many airplanes can I fly at the same time? And the answer is one. Also, I knew if something happened to me and I couldn't fly, maybe, hopefully not cut a finger or anything, but then I couldn't fly. So I was like, you know, I've always been around the networking industry, the industry that allows you to give, to create leverage for yourself, which means get paid without having to do all the work. And also, if something happened, you'd still get some income flowing in if you build it properly. So what happened after a few companies and having done a few things, not being largely successful in any, I saw USI about this time last year, actually. It's about exactly a year. And they were trading a Forex product, which I've been around the industry, paid a bit of a price in losing, mostly. Because if you hear people hype you about Forex, let me tell you, most of them don't make anything. For many reasons, which I will not get into in this phone call. Not the least of which is Dino has no patience. You can probably tell already. So, USI had an automated Forex product. Based on what I knew, the little that I knew, I had a good feeling it was a real one. So I've been trading with our product for a year, 3 on my own accounts and many of others that I've seen, all transparent, all in our name, all making, and again, this is not a guarantee. Nothing we talk about is a guarantee. So if I say numbers, please don't just put them in there as gospel, because it all depends on the market. But my accounts have made about 1 to 2% a month, which is not crazy amount, but remember, I don't put any time and I don't have to do anything except press the on button, like putting the autopilot in. Same thing, right? That's what we do, press the engage button. So the company wasn't growing as fast because it was still a little bit of a challenge to open your own account, to go with a broker, to get verified, to submit all the documents, to set up the software, and so on. So one of the owners had an incredible idea. They've had a Bitcoin expert, which if you haven't heard about Bitcoin, you will. And I'm not going to discuss Bitcoin right here or explain what it is, except you need to learn about it if you don't know. Many ways to learn. YouTube channels, Google, whatever. So they created a Bitcoin package product, which encompasses various activities that they do. Mining, trading, arbitraging, holding it. And again, I don't want to get too detailed about the activities. All I can say is, I know the owners. I have seen what they do. I've seen actual proof. And they're for real. So once they created this product, which is a 50 euro denominated, it's not a currency, but it's a package product, the company exploded. I mean, we have grown from 15,000 worldwide members to over 250,000 in about, from March, so 7 months? 7 months, Peter, I think? 7.5 months now, which is, I mean, it's not a crazy amount, but I'd say it's pretty respectable. And this is with having a lot of growing pains, a lot of challenges, a lot of, things that happen to a growing company. So you need to know all of it, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the awesome. The awesome is the people that took action in the beginning, yes, one of them was me, have literally changed their lives. And what I mean by changing their lives, I mean, just life-changing income. So that's what's happened. That's the background. It's worked really, really well. The owners are real. They're out there to be found. Again, you don't have to know a lot about Bitcoin in the beginning. We have many ways. Aaron and Peter know how to help you get started. And I know there are some questions. So instead of me trying to explain what this is, short of a way where you can put in a little bit of money, a little bit of Bitcoin, and potentially share with others to do the same and get leverage, get paid on their efforts, get paid on their purchases. this can get really, really insane. So, Aaron, Peter, is that good? Do you want me to cover something else? Do you have a question? I'm happy to help.
Yeah, I've got 6 questions. You've probably answered most of them, but I've run through them. So,
okay, hang on. Let me turn my volume on to make sure I can hear it. Okay, go ahead.
So the first question we had was, when you were first looking into USI, what was the turning point that sort of made you jump, or why?
Okay. Okay, great. That's a great question. First of all, here's my USI T-shirt. Okay, you can get those
Nice.
also. Yeah, it's really important. Let me see if I can, I can point it out what it says in the back. I don't know if you can see it or if my angle is right, but it says keep calm and make big ones. Anyway, I'm not trying to sell this while I'm walking around, but I have been stopped and I have been asked what this is. So what was it? It was it was a few things. The first one is maybe it was just the right time. Actually, been exposed to enough things that were not real, that ran away with your money. That maybe I just had a gut feeling based on what I saw on the transparency of the Forex accounts. So you got to remember, the people that got involved in the Forex accounts have a big advantage because they knew the transparency of this company. Okay, so I met the owners. I met Mike Kiefer twice in Hong Kong. He's the master distributor, and he inspired trust. And I've had quite a few issues, and they've actually worked slowly but surely to one by one solving them. And I've seen them not hide from the issues, but address them. Maybe you had to say twice or 3 times. Sometimes when somebody's moving too fast, is difficult to get their attention. But we got it, and they're paying attention to us. They're listening to us. So, and obviously the biggest thing is they pay every day, and I'm proof of that. So that's what. But that was after the fact. The beginning was the Forex product that worked, the trust that I felt I had with the owners to put my Bitcoin in and tell others, and generally the operation they did not try to have a fancy site. The site sucks, but wait till you see what comes after London, after our yearly event next week, our annual anniversary. But they chose to focus on what works, and that's the product, the fact that they pay on time, and everything else. Does that help?
Yeah.
Maybe a little extra.
Yep. That's cool. No, that's fine. That's fine.
There's one more thing, actually. One more thing. Peter, one more thing. The other thing that made a difference is a friend of mine, Mark Gobril, that I knew from another company. Even though he's not my direct sponsor, I trusted his due diligence. When I knew he had done his due diligence, I go, this has to be good. So anyway, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I think most of us know who that is. So, for someone new coming in, looking into USI, maybe still sitting on the fence, what's the biggest advice that you could give them? One piece of advice that
I'm not good at giving advice, but this is what I'll say. I could turn around and give you the party line and say, "Oh, just get involved." Well, this is what I can say. Can you risk just 50 euros, which is, no matter what country you're in, is the cost of a really nice lunch or a really nice dinner? Can you give up a night out to risk this, to just try it? Number one. The number 2 is, if your question is not answered, make sure you answer it. Get an answer. And don't go out there looking for old videos to answer your question. You probably get lost. Make the direct question to your sponsor. We probably heard it by now, okay? And get it answered. That's it.
Right. Cool. Now, for us leaders who know, who you are and where you are within the company, but for the newbies, how has USI changed your life? Like, I know you're living.
You mean me? Well, I can't talk numbers here, but I can tell you this. I am, and I'll preface this with, there are no guarantees, okay? Because we live in this world and never any guarantees. However, I am an international airline captain, been working for this company for 15 years, and let's just say that in 7 months, I've exceeded what I'm making. And I've made some great friends. I've made some great contacts. It's not all about the money. I've seen this help people that all they can afford is one pack, 50 euros. You can actually, and that's, actually, we talked about this morning, Peter. What's really important for you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to understand is everybody come where they can. Maybe all you can do is come in with one pack. Maybe this is all you can do. Maybe you're going to have to borrow this money, which, by the way, I don't recommend, but people will do what they want to do. So what if you got going and down the line you sponsor the biggest person in USI in a couple of months? I know for sure the biggest person in USI is not coming yet. So don't sit there and try to compare. All these guys got in the beginning, they got it good. No. Nope.
That's cool. Well, one last question, because you pretty much answered the other question that I had. But so USI, it's gaining momentum and going from strength to strength with product coming out. Back office being updated and whatnot. What do you see in the future for yourself and the longevity of USI Tech?
Well, let me see, how should I answer that? Looks really good. They've done a lot of things to ensure that we are here for quite a while, to include legal reviews in the U.S., which you probably know is one of the hardest countries to do these types of business in. They've also retained top attorneys in Europe to make sure what we're doing is we'll stay on, stand up to the authorities. And it's not a lot of regulation because of Bitcoin, which is it's an incredible thing. You've seen what's happened to the price of Bitcoin. So anyway, so that's one of the things they've done. The second thing is, I know they're working joint venture agreements both in the trading and the mining arena. And I'm sure some of you have seen the controversy of what was announced and what wasn't. And okay, whatever. Okay. The point is, they are working on deals to enhance the longevity of this product, and they are even launching a new product. And to be quite honest, ladies and gentlemen, that Forex product is timeless. You could use that product as long as there's Forex trading, which I don't see that going away anytime soon. So there's a lot of opportunity. Heck, you could hire somebody to set up a Forex account for you. I'll do it, but I'm very expensive. I'm joking. I'll be happy to help. Does that help?
Bitcoin.
I'll do it.
Man. That just that's all the questions that I had. I don't know if any other
Hey Dino, how you going, mate? I've just had a question from one of our members here, and I know you know the owners very well, Mike, Horse, and Ralph. I'm supposed to have spoken to them after the event on the 28th of October in London. I'm sure you're definitely going to that. And I'll bet you're looking forward to it.
Yep, sure am.
At the moment, I know in USI Tech, our members are roughly about 250,000 plus members in USI Tech. Do you think that after the event, probably in the next few months or so, it could possibly go maybe 1 million members in the company? Do you think that USI Tech is ready for that kind of thing?
Right now, they're not. I don't think so. However, with a new site and the new support coming in, I do know the guy that's doing the support. And I don't know if you've noticed that support has improved. And the answer is yes, with the new stuff they have coming in. They had no, by the way, boys and girls, if you're new to USI, let me give you some dose of reality. They had no idea it was going to grow like this. No, I had no idea. I had no clue. So we got caught, so to speak, with our pants down. But hey, I'd rather have this problem than have a problem of not growing at all, if you know what I'm saying. So hopefully this answers your question. The answer is they're not ready right this second, but they're getting ready.
And I understand did you go to Mallorca, Spain for the incentive trip?
Yeah, they forced me to go there. I'm just kidding. Of course I went. I was very happy to go to that.
And how was your experience overall? For some people like us in USI Tech to look forward to in the near future, if they do bring out another incentives, what do you recommend? Do you recommend this to us, to work our way to that kind of incentive, to go on a wonderful trip paid?
Well, qualify and go. Qualify and go. And Look, I've met people. I've met a, here. I'll give you an example. I met a German guy. His name is Horst too. He is a Porsche European racing champion. One of the most humble guys you would see. This is the kind of people that I got to meet there. Not even in the same organization. We became very good friends. I know I'm going to see this guy again, whether we're in USI or not. So you make some really good friends. You have a really good time, and obviously you learn some stuff that give you the, the whole thing about this business, even for a business that easy, Aaron and everyone else on the call, is belief, right? These things in London and whatever else you can go to talk to other people will build belief like nobody can shake you. I hear all kinds of stuff. Oh, this is a scam. This is that. Oh, you guys did that. And I'm sitting there going, okay, give me the info. Give me the info. And nothing can stand it to what I know. That's what these events cost. Plus, there's a lot of fun. And yes, if you like to drink, you can do that, but you don't have to. Okay? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it totally does. And look, we know that USI Tech is coming here to Australia in November, and I know a lot of our members are going to that to meet Ralph. Ralph is coming over to an event here in Australia, first event that we've ever had here over on this side of the world. So I know that we recommend it to all of our members to attend these events here in Australia, and we're looking forward to that. Yeah,
be there or be square. You got to go to the. I mean, events cement the business. And is there anything else, or can I leave you with a parting thought?
Yeah, leave us with a parting thought. Yes.
Yeah. First of all, my sponsor is going to be there, and I'm so thankful to him for making such a silly, stupid Facebook message last year. This time, he said to me, "That's Mike Percy, by the way. You see him on the announcements, so you can thank him for me." He said, "Hi, Dino, why don't you take a quick look at this? Maybe you can make a little money selling the product, even if you didn't have it." That was his pitch to me about USI. But I trusted him, so I took a quick look, and then I saw Mark Gabriel on the call, and all that's his history. But here's a parting thought. And if I have spoken very fast today, sorry, that's me. I speak fast. But here's the thing. Whatever sport you play, let's use soccer since I'm Greek. You imagine you have an open goal in front of you. An open goal. There's no goalie. You have a limited number of balls, and there's no defense to be found. But you still have to push the ball in. And this is what USI is. I've never seen anything that's simpler. And I don't want to say easy, but you still have to do the work. But gosh, if you just move your hands, so to speak, I don't see how this cannot work. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. You guys think about that, and gals, after I go on my way this afternoon. So, Aaron, Peter, thank you for having me. And anytime I can come back, I'd be honored to. And if there's any other questions, I'll be happy to answer later.
Yeah, one question. When are you going to come over and visit us in Australia or New Zealand?
When I have no job, which could be sooner rather than later.
I'm sure you can just fly over here, mate. You're a pilot, so just grab a plane and fly over.
Okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the invitation, and I hope I've said something to inspire you guys to at least go take a very quick and deep and thoughtful look.
Yeah, look, thank you so much, Dino, for giving up your time, mate, for coming in here to have a chat with us. We really do appreciate it. We know you're a really busy man. And look, on behalf of everyone here in Australia and New Zealand, especially in our Grind and Gang USI Tech team, we'd just like to say thank you so much, mate, for coming on to our call. It's been much appreciated, very informative from you, and it's great to have a view from someone very high up in the company there.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Take care.
Thank you very much, Dino. Take care, mate. All right, so, wow. How wonderful is that, guys, to have someone from that high up in the company on our call tonight, especially from down under from our area of the country in Australia and New Zealand. Also, we have some people on here from USA and also from France as well, which is great to have them on our call tonight. So, to have that kind of expertise talk from Dino. For those that don't really know anything about Dino, so Dino's been a part of USI Tech for quite a while, and he's very high up in the ranks of the USI Tech. He is pretty much earning quite a bit out of this, so he's making a really good living from this one here. And I'd like to say thank you to the bro Peter for linking up Dino into our call tonight, bro. So thank you so much for that, brother. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to hand it over to Pete. Pete, you want to say some stuff, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I was a bit nervous, you know, when I was talking to him this morning. I seen if he'd get on, but you know, he's down to earth. You know, he's really straightforward. You know, straight shooter, and yeah, it was just really humbling to have him, you know, a part of our Zoom. Um, so in saying that, what I'll do, um, I'll start with the presentation, yeah, or the overview, and then if we have any questions, we can go through that after I've done. Now it is a new slide that we've come up. Me and Ruby used this slide at our seminar the other week. Sorry, on Wednesday. So yeah, I'll just share my screen. Can everyone hear me, by the way? I know Amanda was having trouble hearing me. Yep.
Yes, we can.
Just a tad. What about now? Yeah? Still hear me? Yep. Cool. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Share screen. Okay. Can everyone see that? Yep. Cool. Okay. So, yeah, after all that, we do have the overview to go through. So, yeah, what we'll do is we're going to touch on, you know, a little intro. If you don't know what Bitcoin is, we'll go through that. I know most of us do know what it is. The accessibility to Bitcoin, and we'll also go through the, you know, the possibilities. And for us, that's USI Tech. So what is Bitcoin? Simply, you know, to put it in, you know, in its simplest form, it's pretty much currency or money. That's as simple as you can get it without getting too technical or too complicated. That's pretty much what it is. It is so it's a peer-to-peer network. You know, it's internationally accepted. So as long as you have the internet and a smart device, so phone, you know, laptop, whatever, iPad, you can accept, you know, you can receive Bitcoin. So Bitcoins are created via mining. It's an open source, tamper-proof, and unhackable. It's pretty much being accepted now in most countries as a form of payment. It's decentralized, meaning we don't need, you know, the banks or the governments or a middleman, so to speak. So cuts out the middleman pretty much. You know, it's encrypted information, so there's no sensitive information on transactions. It's all, you know, unanimous. So, and it's not owned by anyone. It's supported solely by its users, which is growing, you know, every day. So these are a few guys that have invested into Bitcoin. You got Sir Richard Branson there at the top, Bill Gates, and Ben Bernanke. Little history on what Bitcoin is, when it started. So it was formed back in 2008, but the software wasn't released till 2009 by an alias named Satoshi Nakamoto. No one's ever seen him. No one's ever heard his voice, just via, you know, email and in forums. But the first transaction was actually Hal Feeney. So he was one of the first adopters and supporters of Bitcoin. And then everyone's probably heard the story about the guy who bought pizza worth 10,000 BTC. Now to date, that's, you know, millions. That's worth millions at today's Bitcoin price. And that was back in 22nd of May 2010. Obviously, we know who all these guys are. They're entrepreneurs. They own, you know, the largest companies in the world. So I don't need to touch more on them. Not saying that they've invested in USI Tech itself. but they have invested in Bitcoin in some form. So Bitcoin runs on a technology called the blockchain. Now, what that is, it's simply, so what role does it play? It's pretty much, it simplifies daily transactions and creates more streamlined currency. Like I said before, it's fully decentralized. So it's not owned by anyone. It's an open, pretty much an open form ledger. So anyone and everyone, no matter where you are, as long as you've got access to, internet, you can go onto the blockchain and actually see transactions. So how does it work? So yeah, blockchain, it's a trustworthy transactions in a trustless world. How does the blockchain work? So slide 1. So let's just say I want to send money to Azza. The transaction then is represented online as a block. The block is then broadcasted to the miners that are on the network. Once those miners accept and validate that transaction, a block is formed. Now that block is then it attaches itself to the previous block, hence the word blockchain. So once those 5 steps are created, my Bitcoin that I want to send to Azza will now be showing in his wallet. Now most sites you need at least 3 to 6 confirmations. So yeah, it's it can be sent anywhere in the world instantly, pretty much instantly. Whereas if you were to go to your bank to send money over to Australia, it's probably going to take, if you're lucky, 48 hours, could be longer. So that's sort of simply how the blockchain technology works. What are the benefits? Yeah, it's unhackable, and you remain anonymous. So the accessibility of Bitcoin. So we all know if you are new, you're not too sure what an e-wallet is. So there are different types of wallets. You can have your e-wallets, which are on your phone, on your desktops. You can have paper wallets. You can have hardware or cold storage wallets as well. I won't touch on, I won't go in depth into what they all are, but there are various types of wallets that you can have to store. Sorry, my cat's just going crazy. To store Bitcoin. So, the hardware wallets or the cold storage wallets, if you didn't want your Bitcoin online, let's say you had large sums of it, what you'd do is you'd pull it off and, you control the key pretty much. That's how the wallets work. You've also got exchanges now. And Aussies, for all the Aussies, all the Mozzies that are on today, you've got access to CoinJar. You're quite lucky. For us Kiwis here or us in New Zealand, we pretty much, we have to rely on a couple of exchanges. We still have access to it, or you go to someone peer to peer. If you know someone that's got a lot of Bitcoin, then you can go, you can go and buy it from them. But yeah, in regards to exchanges, New Zealand doesn't have its own specific one like Aussie with CoinJar. We are working on things, so hopefully in the near future we can start. We can have our own exchanger. But for now, there's also local Bitcoins where we can buy it from. And yeah, like I said, CoinJar has its own swipe cards, so you can go and you can go and pull it out from an ATM. Azza and Dan, a couple of the leaders did that a while ago, and I did myself before the Visa and MasterCards got pulled from from the companies. And then you've got merchants that accept Bitcoin as a payment. If someone's got a small business, they accept Bitcoin. For us, a lot of people, Culture Kings was one of the latest ones to release that they're accepting Bitcoin. Now I know a few of us know where Culture Kings are, and that's one of the latest shops in Aussie to take Bitcoin on as a form of payment. I have tested it. I went onto their site, and we went through the payment processes, and Bitcoin was definitely there. So yeah, that's the third accessibility in regards to what we can do with Bitcoin and where we can spend it, I suppose. That takes us to like, how do we earn? So like the main way that people think that it's the only way that they can earn is by leaving it in their Bitcoin wallet. So you can buy Bitcoin. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy fractions of a Bitcoin. Over time, as Bitcoin rises, then you make a nice profit off that. So if you were to buy Bitcoin, last week, and it's gone up from whatever 5.3 now to 5.8, 5.9, it did hit over the 6K, but it has dropped a little bit back below. You would have made some profit. So that's pretty much the main way where people can make a profit with Bitcoin. And that's called, also we call it hodling, so hold on for dear life. That's one of the main ways we can earn. Second way is mining Bitcoin. So mining is just pretty much it's a mathematical problem that needs to be solved by miners in the network. Once the mining is completed, new Bitcoins are being generated. At the moment, there's about 16 million circulating. The cap is 21. So every 4 years, the supply that's left is halving. So we're a few years away yet before we reach that cap. And then the last way of how to earn Bitcoins is trading. A few of us are trading or learning to trade at the moment. So you in the Forex market, you can trade Bitcoin against the US dollar. So if you know how to trade, you can also make profit that way as well. So that was a little spiel on what Bitcoin is basically. You can go, in depth with it, but it's really basic. People just make it complicated. And that brings us to USI Tech. So USI Tech stands for United Software Intelligence. That's their little catchphrase or slogan. When vision and perfection come together, great things happen. So who are the founders? Like Dino said, he's met all these guys. If you are lucky to come to one of the events in Aussie next month, we will be meeting Ralph Gould, the one with the glasses. So he will be there with Mike Percy. So that's Dino's sponsor, as he mentioned. So Ralph Gould is pretty much our Forex guru. He's been trading VIP clients' accounts for years. He has about 25 years experience in the Forex market. So that's who he is. That's his background. You've got Horst. Now, Horst is the visionary. He's a corporate guy. He's responsible for large companies. He has taken 3 public. And the last one was Security and Locks. So they are on the public exchange. And that was thanks to Horst. And then you got Mike Kiefer. Now, Mike Kiefer is pretty much the face of USI. He's traveling the world, spreading this opportunity and the vision. He's our company ambassador. He's been networking for years. Like Ralph and Horst, he's got at least 20 years behind him in regards to the networking field. So those are our founders. What's to come, they're building on a couple more products for us. So like Dino said, he is in the Forex side of USI Tech. I do have the license, but I haven't really activated it yet. I will at some stage in the near future, but at the moment, the BTC packs, it's where it's at. So the Forex software is pretty much, it's a lifetime license. You can, I think it's minimum of 1,000 USD to fund it, and it's hands-free. It's just another stream of income for us. There is a bit of setting up to do. It is automated, so it takes out the number one factor in trading, which is emotions. Now this product, it aims to be, you know, slow gains over a long term. So you're still compounding growth there, similar to what we're doing with the BTC pack. Now the BTC pack, most of us, if we have got packs, we know that it's 50 euros, but what happens is the price of Bitcoin that we use will change because of it rising and falling. They do aim to pay us an estimate of 1% per day, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. So for us here and over there in Oz, it's Tuesday to Friday. The BTC packs are paid out in Bitcoins. You can withdraw them daily. So as soon as you get your returns, you can draw them out into your Bitcoin wallet. It does take 8 to 10 hours to confirm, but it does work. I have done it myself. And yeah, I know that works now. Each pack or worker lasts about 140 working days, which is 7 months, give or take. And they target 40% profit on your initial capital. Now this you know, you earn regardless of BTC, you know, what the price is doing on the market. And that's pretty much the powerhouse of USI Tech. Like Horst said, you know, in the start when they only had the 4X, it was, you know, only a few thousand members from March or February since BTC package was launched with USI Tech to now. We're now up over 260 plus thousand members. So it's definitely the powerhouse of USI Tech at the moment. So let's talk numbers. So there's two options here that you can do depending on what you want to achieve and what your goals are, what your strategy is. So option one is pretty much simply just buying your packages and getting your returns. So that means withdrawing daily. So as soon as your returns come in on your capital, you're withdrawing. So that's your first option. Second option is what most of us are doing, and that's compounding. Or rebuying actually, sorry. So you rebuy every time you have enough to buy another pack. So you put in a capital, you compound the returns until it hits another 50 euros or enough to buy another pack. You then buy another pack with it. Same thing, keeps compounding. It's 50 euros, you buy another pack. So you're not withdrawing. All you're doing is using your capital or your returns to buy more. So if we break it down, so option one, now we've got five different scenarios here. So we've got three packs, which cost you 150 euros. Now day 70 is 3 months, give or take, and day 140 is 7. So yeah, you've made a little bit of profit. You've made your 40% back, so that's 3. You got 50, same thing. You've made profit there, and this is by you withdrawing. 100 packs, 250, and 400. So you can see the returns there. You've made your 40% back, and you've made some good profit there by withdrawing it. However, I'll show you what the figures will look like when you use option 2. So if you just concentrate on the 50, well, let's just go for the 100 packs. If you concentrate on those figures, you know, after day 70, you're going to have 3,500 euros. After day 140, you're going to have 700 euros. Now we'll go to the next slide and you'll see the big difference if you compound. So if you don't know what compounding interest is, Albert Einstein said it's the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, he who doesn't pays it. So if you're not sure what compounding interest is, it's pretty much just using your returns to, you know, put back into your capital. So option 2 is you keep rebuying BTC packages. You'll see the difference in returns. So there's our 50 pack there. Oh, sorry, here's our 100 pack there. I'll stop it there. So you buy 100 packs. I think it was 3,500. Sorry. Yeah, after day 140. You can see there your 100 packs after 140 days, which is 7 months, give or take, are now 374. That in capital is 18,700 euros. I can quickly calculate that into Aussie and New Zealand dollars. So that 18,700 is for us here in New Zealand 31,000, and in Aussie it's 28,000 K. If you go to day 260, which is 200, these are working days, remember? So day 260 is 1 year. You can see the difference there in returns from from the previous slides. Then you got 250 and then 400. So if you were to test this out, you could use that three BTC packs as an example, just to test the waters. You see it working, you put in some more capital. If you've got heavy hitters that want to come in, and start earning straight away, that's cool. Now, all these figures, there's, like Dino said, he's had a spiel about the disclaimer. These earnings aren't typical. You do have to put in a bit of work, but if you do, this is what's possible. So you can earn passively with USI Tech. Passively means just buying Bitcoin packages and just compounding. You don't have to recruit. You don't have to bring anyone in. You can just earn passively just by yourself. But if you do want to start sharing this opportunity because you can see the value and the potential, then there is a compensation plan to it. It is a uni level comp plan. So as you sign up for free with USI Tech, that opens up 2 levels. So you earn 2 levels deep. Your first level are your direct partners, where you earn 10%, and your second levels are your direct partners referrals. You earn 3%. Now you earn in Bitcoins. You get paid 5 days a week. For here, for us, New Zealand, Aussie, it's Tuesday to Saturday. There is potential to earn 12 levels within your structure. That's where you would purchase the Forex and agency license. Now, also the Forex software, you earn 20% on your direct partners. Now, with the license, you'll know when you need the license. You don't need to get it straight away. If you're going to earn passively to start off with, then you probably don't need the license straight away. But if you do start building, then I suggest definitely get the license. Why I say that is, as you can see from the chart there, we'll start with the orange. If you're just a free member, registered member, and you don't even buy a pack, right? You just come in, sign up, but people who are gonna jump in or come in with you, and you share it with them, they buy packs, you still earn. Even though you have never bought a pack, you still earn those 2 levels. However, if you decide to, start sharing this a bit more, they start sharing it, and you want to earn on all 12 levels, that's where you would pay the Forex license for 600 euros. Now, on your level 1, you get 10%. On level 2 to level 8 is 3%, and then level 9 to level 12, as you can see, is 1%. Might not sound like a lot, but once these levels can be as wide as you want, it sort of all adds up in the end. Now, there are terms and conditions to obtaining that license, and I went for the last one. So I purchased the Forex license, and 3 of my direct partners, so my direct referrals, had a minimum of 12 Bitcoin packages. Once that happened, it was automatically activated. You didn't have to click a button or wait for someone to turn the on button. It was instant. So that's the comp or pay plan that USI have if you decide to share this opportunity. On top of the Forex license or the Forex product and their earnings, the BTC packages, the company has incentives now. The trip to Mallorca has been and gone. You had to qualify for that, and also, they've got the car bonus. Now, there are terms and conditions that apply as well, similar to the license. I won't touch on that too much, but let's just say you hit 2,000 BTC packages and you maintain that every month. Once you've done that, USI will give you a bonus of 800 euros, which is about 1,600 New Zealand, probably like 1,400 Aussie. So you don't have to, put this towards a car. You can do whatever you want with it. You can buy more packs. If you've got an old car that needs to be paid off, you can use that as well. So that's the first incentive. If you hit 5,000 BTC packages and maintain that every month, you get a car bonus of 1,600 euros, which is about 2,300 last calculated New Zealand dollars, to go towards whatever. Same thing. You can buy more packs with it. Doesn't have to go towards the car, but that's just the company's incentive for us to start sharing this opportunity. So that brings us to the last slide. So a quote there by Richard Branson. Most of you would have seen this. If someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it yet, say yes and then learn how to do it later. I like using that one. I've seen a few of our leaders post that up as well. So in saying that, that brings us to the end of the overview. I hope I confuse you, didn't bore you. But if you do have any questions, type it in the chat. We'll try and go through them. Otherwise, go back to the person who referred you to the Zoom or to this opportunity, and I'm sure we can help you get you on your way.
Hey, bro, we have one question here. We've got a question here from one of our tonight's members. We're registering new members with the same address, living in the same household. How do you get around this?
In the same household?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, there is a way we can do it. So if you are in the same household, you can earn just passively. So only one account can build and share this opportunity and build that account. The other, let's just say you've got your mum, your dad in there alongside you, and only you want to build your USI Tech, then that account is the only one that builds. The other two, your mum and your dad, they have to just earn passively without bringing anyone in. But if you bring anyone in, then you probably, let's just say your mum brought someone in, should pass them up to you. To your upline or to someone else that's in a different address or resident address.
Also, we have, in regards to the car bonus, if someone is not building a team, do their own rebuys count, or has it to be rebuys from commission from others?
Right, can you hear me? Because I'm getting a lot of people saying they can't hear me.
I can hear you, yeah.
Can you say that question again, bro?
Yeah, bro. So regarding the car bonus, if someone is not building a team, do their own rebuys count, or does it have to be rebuys from commissions from others to class as a car bonus?
Yeah, so in your back office, if you've signed up, you would have seen there's two car bonuses. It's got
2,000 and 5,000, bro.
Yeah. So it has to be 50%. So it has 50% of those 2,000 packs. So 1,000 packs have to come from commissions. So that's just them saying, this is an incentive for you to start sharing it because you're going to get this bonus, once you hit those 2,000. So yeah, 50% of the 2,000 or the 5,000 packages have to come from commissions. Because you can't just come in with 2,000 packs straight away and, get the car bonus. that's there for people to start sharing this as a business. Cool.
Cool. And just another one here. We just had one before, but we kind of answered in the chat rooms. How long or when does the BTC package expires? How long does it last?
When does it?
Yeah, how long does that?
140 days.
Yeah.
So 140. So one pack lasts 140 working days, which is give or take 7 months. I think it's like 7 months in 1 week.
Or does it also expire if it reaches the 140% return on your capital?
Yeah. I just seen some. Amanda's answered it. So, what is the maximum packs you can buy? 1,000 packs. Thanks, Amanda. Oh yeah. So, yeah. Sorry, Amanda just touched on. So, depending on your daily returns. So, like she said there, if you don't reach your percentage that they, which is 40%. If you don't reach it before the 140 days, it'll tick over until you do. So like Amanda said, her first packs went to 151 days. So you're guaranteed that return on your capital. So it might take a bit longer. You could get it on day 139 or 138. As soon as you get that 40%, boom, that's finished. It's kaput.
Awesome, bro. Do you have any more questions out there?
Yeah, that question actually came from my dad about living in the same house, because my stepmom is now registered under my dad, but they sent my stepmom, and USI sent my stepmom an email saying which account should they delete, dad's or mum, and I told her to reply that she'll be earning passively and dad will be building the team, and that should be sufficient. Is that
Amanda,
correct?
are you still on? Yeah, I'll just confirm that with Amanda. Well, that's how I saw it,
Yeah, no, I'm still on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that right,
Yeah.
Amanda?
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I'm still clarifying. But look, as I understand it, if your stepmom is under your dad, yeah, as long as she's not building a team, she should be fine.
Yeah.
So,
She just got because they sent email saying which accounts they delete, dad or mum.
yeah. Send me some details on that if you want, and I'll just try and I'll send that through to Michael and see if we can clarify, because my understanding of that situation is that as long as she is not building a team, she's customer only, then that's fine. So, and that's what was sent in that email. So, they may be able to delineate that better when they get the new back office up and running. Because from what I understand, is when we do get our new back office, there will be a distinct difference between those people who are customers and those people who are actually building. So, and we'll have completely different sort of back offices and access. So, yeah, send a ticket back to support, explain the situation, and say, look, one is just a customer, the other one is, intention is to be an affiliate. See what they come back to you with. If you're still having any dramas with it, feel free to PM me about it.
Okay, then.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Amanda, you got another one.
No.
Capital still runs when you rebuy.
Can you reach, so where are we? I'm just going back through the chat. Where are we? So it's based on 1% a day. So can you reach 140% return before the 140 days is up? Yes, of course you can. That's essentially how it works. It's basically, if they had a really good run in the market and we were getting over 1% per day returns for a good run, then technically, yes, your package could actually expire before 140 days is up. So it's basically just basically how it works is exactly that. It will run for as long or as little time as it takes for your percentage daily returns to add up to 140%. And once it hits that, it expires. That's it. That's basically what you're buying when you buy a pack is your capital back plus the 40%. So what does your capital still rise when you rebuy? Yes, of course, because that's exactly what you're actually doing. Each time you buy another package, you're essentially putting additional Bitcoin capital into packages. So you've then got an extra portion of Bitcoin that you're earning back plus 40% on. So what happens to packs once they expire? Well, pretty much they expire at nil if you've received your capital back plus 40% over the term of the package. And pretty much they move from running packages into expired packages. So there's still a record there of it in your back office. You can go in and see for every package that's expired, like how many days it took. And did you want me to log in and show you some expired packages perhaps? So you can actually see that, and I can show you exactly where they are. So we got, yes, every time you buy, you have more capital unless your package. Yeah.
Can you mute them, Az?
You should be able to mute from there. You know.
Az is the host.
All right, Azza, get on it, mate. What are you doing? So did you want to see my expired packages?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Just give me 2 ticks to get myself signed in. I got to do all the Google authentication, all the guff. So if there's any other questions.
While Amanda's doing that, does anyone else have any questions while we're waiting on?
Okay.
If not, and you're not in our group yet, there is a lot of information in there in the file section. Or go back to the person who's invited you. You know, they can help out as well. But for those who don't know, Amanda is pretty much our direct upline. And then you've got Michael Percy. Is that right, Amanda?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm direct.
Dino
yeah, so pretty much Dino and I like cross line. We're both direct to Michael.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Right. I'm nearly in. I'll just get to share screen. Wait a minute. Okay, where am I? Just still finding my way around the Zoom. Okay, here we go. So has that come up now? What are you seeing?
Slowly.
There?
Yep.
Can you just see my packages? Yeah. So these are my running packages. Okay, as we all have. So, but if I click over here to expired, okay, these are my packages so far that expired. So as we said, like these are the first. So I said I bought 5 on the 28th of February when I first started, and then sort of just over a week later I bought another 5. So they've all expired. Now it says here 140 days on them all at 140%. That's pretty much just default, right? If you just click into your package and expand it, you see here with these ones, took 151 days. So pretty much it ran until all of these percentages from day 1 through reached a total of 140%. And that all of these amounts, little bits of amounts of Bitcoin that have been paid to my available balance were equal to the base capital of my package that I initially purchased these 5 packages for, plus 40%. Like if you punch in 0.21975 add 40%, it will equal exactly 0.30765. And that's essentially how it works. Just to show you like the next one. So the next 5 that I bought, they took 152 days. Toward the end there, we got a couple of days of one that was over 1%. So again, same thing, 140%. 0.30815 is equal to exactly 0.22011 plus 40% calculated out, and so forth and so forth. So this one, how many days we got? We'll have a look.
You got a dashboard? No.
I'm happy. Are we recording still? As long as we're not recording, I'm happy to go to dashboard.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, if there's anything anybody else wants to see, like how to buy pack or how to withdraw or all that, we can do that. It looks like it's locking up anyway. The timing out.
So yeah, guys, I can just see what Amanda shows. How your return you're getting back, it's pretty much when you reach 140%. And as Amanda said, it could reach it there after the 140 days or even before the 140 days. It all depends on what the daily percentage that USI Tech is getting for its trading. Now, don't forget that it is based on average. We base it on average 1% return a day. But realistically, it's between 0.75% to 1.25% per day is what you'll be, those are the marginals that you'll be earning daily from USI Tech from its trading. So as you can see on Amanda's back office, there's some that have gone over 140 days. But it has totaled their returns on 140%. Okay. And as you can see here, her payouts, the amount that she put in for her capital, and what's her payout on there, as you can see, was that extra 40% on top of it. Okay, guys. So that's pretty much how it all works with regards to all your earnings on your BTC packs, and also what happens to all your expiry packs. You can see it in your back office. For those that have been in there for a long time, like Amanda, you probably can get to that to see the expiry dates. For us, a lot of us are still reaching that 140% return, we'll be able to see that in our expiry option in our back office. All right.
The other thing, you can also buy for other people as well. With your returns and your commissions, you can buy for newbies that just want to test it. You can also do that as well within USI Tech. And like Dino said, with the event coming up, there's a lot of news that'll be released after the event. So it's looking good.
Yeah, so the big event that's going on in London is the 1-year anniversary with USI Tech, and there's going to be some massive announcements that's going to be happening there. I don't know if there's a live event online, or Amanda, have you heard anything? There is? I see your head shaking.
I'll mute myself. Yep, it's now being live streamed, so there is a cost for that. I think it's about £103. But what's been suggested is what you can do if someone wants, if a few of you are in the same area, grab some Eskies, get somebody's big screen TV. Like
that means Kelly been in New Zealand, guys.
That's right. A bit like we do on Bathurst weekend here in Australia. So, if somebody chips in, someone with good internet and a big screen TV, get together and watch it together.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to throw a USI Tech anniversary party, please open your house up. Please let us know.
You got a pretty big screen there, Peter. I saw it in one of your posts. But yeah, the link is in the Eagles group, and I'm pretty sure I put it in Changed Your Life. So, we'll get the link and we'll put it in our group page as well, guys. So, for those that want to watch the live event, we'll put it. We'll put the link into the entire event from start to finish. So,
that's
London time though, so it could be a bit of a late night.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's from out of that event, guys. There's going to be a lot that's happening. For those that won't be able to watch the live event, we will keep you guys posted on what's going on, everything that's coming out of the event, because as I said, USI Tech have got so much that they're going to be announcing very good stuff that's coming out. So yeah, we can't wait to know what the announcement is. And also those that live in Australia, here in Australia, or even over in New Zealand, don't forget that there is the USI Tech event that's coming here to Australia in November. I think from November the 10th onwards. They're traveling around Sydney, Brisbane, Gold Coast, Melbourne, and Perth. So if you live in that area, or you live in New Zealand, you want to make the trek over the ditch, you know, it's not that far to fly over here, guys. There's some cheap flights going at the moment. I know the bro Peter's coming over here over to the Gold Coast. So yeah, if you guys want to come over here, we'll put a link as well. For any of those that want to buy tickets, we'll put the link on our Facebook page as well. Okay, guys. So I think, is there anyone that needs to say anything before we sign off? So I hope anything from you, bro?
Nah, bro, it was nice not having to speak tonight, eh? Yeah.
But took the limelight.
Yeah, man. But yeah, just thank you to everyone for tuning in, eh? I know it's a long weekend, and the last thing you want to be doing on your Sunday night when you don't have work tomorrow is on here. But thank you all for taking the time. You know, now you can go get drunk and all that stuff, and all that. You know, or watch movies, whatever it is. But yeah, thank you from just our leadership team. Too much.
I see Dan the Man's on there. Dan the Man, you got anything to say as well? One of our leaders.
Yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet. I don't really have too much to say, but as Dino spoke, and you know, as we all know by common sense, action is the most powerful thing we can do, guys. If you just want to sit on the fence and just watch, everyone's going to blow past you, no matter what it is. Whether it's your 9-to-5 job, whether it's your studying, whether it's USI Tech, whether it's Bitcoin, action's the best thing to do. You don't want to be sitting when you're 90, 80, 70 years old, wondering what if. You know, maybe I could have done this. You want to be sitting at 60, 70, 80 years old going, yeah, I ran amok on that. I had a mean life. I done a lot. That's my 2 cents worth before my little one starts speaking again.
Thanks, brother. John, you want to say something there, bro? Johnny, one of our other leaders?
I'm cool tonight, bro. It's all good. Yeah, thanks to everyone that just was able to jump on, and it was pretty mean to hear from Dino, so thanks to Pete for getting that one over the line. I think we all got a buzz from that. So, no, awesome work tonight, guys, and yeah, thanks for the presentation. All good.
Thanks, brother, and also to the first lady of our team, Ruby. You want to say anything real quick there, Rubes?
Thanks, Ezra. Yeah, big ups to Peter for jacking up Dino to come in today. We knew that was a work in progress in the background. It's a good thing that I reminded you earlier today, eh? But yeah, thank you everybody for coming along today, and for having a listen in. For those of you who are in USI, keep chugging along. Keep sharing the opportunity with those who we know and love and want to help. That's the main thing that I feel with this one is this USI can genuinely actually help anybody and everybody. All it starts with is one pack. So yeah, thanks again. That's enough from me.
Thanks, Rubes. Hey, look, guys, I'd just like to say that, you know, once again, thank you guys so much for jumping on the call. Thank you to the bro Pete for teeing up the call with Dino today. That was awesome to have his kind of caliber in the chat room tonight. Also to our upline Amanda, thank you so much for also coming on here tonight. Just also like to thank everybody here that's come on here. Please, if you're new to this, if you're new to USI Tech, please get back to the person that's referred you to this webinar session. This webinar session was recorded today, so we will post this up so you guys can refer this, share this out to your people as well with our call with Dino. So we did record it, and we'll post it up as well on our Facebook page so you guys have access to it. So please don't forget, guys, if you are new here, please get back to the person that's referred you here. All right, and if you ain't a member on our group, please make sure you sign up to our group. We do ask that you answer 3 multiple choice questions before you join our group. Okay, so if you answer those, you'll be accepted. If you don't answer them, guys, we pretty much decline you. Okay, we do want people to answer these. They're not very hard questions. Okay, guys, it's not an essay test or anything like that. Okay, it's just 3 easy multiple choice questions. All right. But overall, guys, thank you so much for all jumping on here tonight. We will be doing, as these webinar sessions are happening every Sunday night. You'll see our poster out there that's going to be shared around. 9 p.m. your guys' time in New Zealand, 7 p.m. here in New South Wales, Victoria, 6 p.m. in Queensland, and 4 p.m. in the WA. All right, so I had the wrong time that time, guys. So yeah. Oh, and as Sonia says, 4 a.m. in New York. Because we got someone here from New York City. All right, so once again, guys, thank you all so much. We hope you guys have a good long weekend there in New Zealand, which was a long weekend here in Australia. Enjoy your guys' Labour weekend. So yeah, and have a safe weekend as well, guys. Have an enjoyable week, and hopefully see you guys back on here on Sunday. So take care for now. Thank you all.